Hi again, it's Amy. So, I didn't think I would be one of those people who films videos from their car, but I do see why people probably like to do this because it's nice to get out of the house and be where it's quiet and there's no distractions. So, I think that's probably why people do it more than anything, besides the lighting being really good. But here we are again in the car, and this is sort of just a test for me more than anything, to just open up to spirit in the moment and just see what comes through, asking for a message for whoever might be tuning into this video. So that's not something I normally do. I mean, I tune into people when I'm doing readings and that sort of thing, but I know ahead of time that I'm going to be doing a reading in that case, and I will do some kind of like meditation beforehand, that sort of thing. But this, I just literally was arriving to running errands again, and I just thought, let me take a minute while it's quiet and I can just kind of tune into spirit in the moment, just kind of spontaneously, and see what might come through. So as soon as I said that, this entire flock of birds is flying around in front of me. And it's called, you know, that the word for that, it's like starts with a C. It's like a cormorant. I have to look that up. But it's about coming into unison with a group of people. So, and that is what my intention with this channel obviously is, to find like-minded people, like connecting with a collective that I'm meant to connect with. I think that's why anybody starts a YouTube channel, is to connect with like-minded souls. It's not just about even readers, like YouTube readers, tarot readers. It's not just giving readings to the collective, but I think for the reader themselves, they are looking for people that they connect with, that they gel with. And, you know, not every reader is for everyone. So if you have ever watched tarot readings on YouTube or listened to spiritual teachers, you probably find that you don't resonate with every single one. And I think there's just a reason for that. I just think that there's certain people that we're meant to connect with and to receive messages from on those kinds of channels, you know, the ones that are set up to deliver messages. Well, you want to deliver messages to the people that need to hear them. And the beautiful way that spirit works, I know that spirit works behind the scenes to bring together the right people, the right teachers, the right students, and we're all students and teachers of one another. So we're always learning, and we always have the opportunity to teach one another too. So, and the unity, that word has been coming up for me a lot in the last, I'd say, week. So when I do readings, I read for myself every day, and I pull not just tarot, but oracle cards. And I love oracle cards. I mean, I love tarot also. I love them both equally, but I love the visuals in the oracle cards. I just get so much through the cards. Just, I think when I just open up to the images, I just get like a flood of information. And anyway, one of the cards, like one of the words I've been seeing from different decks is unity. And the one that came out today said, I'm trying to remember what else it said on there. It said unity, but it said something about conscious connection, I think. Yeah, so this kind of ties in with the reading I did the other day from my car, if you saw that. And it's about a collective of us that is coming together at this time to harness a frequency onto the planet that is just needed at this time. And trying to see what Spirit wants to say about that further. And whether or not we ever know each other, we're coming together on a different plane, a different dimension, even, I'm hearing. And we're doing this kind of work. We're doing this light working, possibly like in the astral, like meeting on the astral plane. And I think if we were to like meet in real life, or even just connect, like we can over YouTube, just like in the comment section, for example, we would feel like this instant connection, like we knew each other, or we've known each other for a long time. You know how you meet people sometimes and you just feel like you've known them forever, or you just are just super comfortable, like right away, like you feel like you could tell them your life story, that kind of thing. And yeah, so I think that there is a collective of us who are working together right now. And I just think that's so beautiful, even if we don't know each other. And we're just being called to do this work right now and harnessing this frequency and this particular energy right now, because it's needed so much on our planet. And I just keep hearing that things are getting ready to change. I mean, it seems like everything's changing all the time. Every week there's something new, but like I'm hearing things are going to come to a head soon. And we're going to be tasked with having to help people through this time, or through these times. And I'm feeling and hearing, oh my God. So the birds I was telling you about a minute ago, there's this group of birds and all of them are like dark gray, except 2 that are bright white. Wow, that is amazing. I mean, and it seems like the dark birds are following the lead of these light birds. I mean, you just can't make this stuff up. I mean, clearly this is a message. I get so many messages through nature. That was something else that came out in my reading today. A lot of cards about being grounded and getting out in nature and just being amazed at the way that Spirit can communicate with us through nature and receive the messages that we need at that time to help guide us. I am dying to know what those white birds are. I don't know if they're doves, but I mean, they're like so white, they're like glowing. I don't know if I could turn my camera so you can see them. They're sitting on a telephone wire now, so they're too hard to see. Anyway, we are called to be lights in this world, to guide others. And we need to have our own spiritual practices. I know I'm sort of repeating what I said last time, but I feel like every time I talk about it, a little bit more is coming through. And losing my train of thought, sorry. About being a guide for others and taking a different perspective, like seeing the bigger picture as light workers, as guides for others through difficult times. We have to remember that's what we're doing. We're actually here to help guide others, to help people feel and find peace and calm within themselves when things are getting kind of scary and difficult, and to not give up hope, to understand the bigger picture of what's going on. Another message I was getting this morning was about divine order is at play right now, big time. And the universe is orchestrating a lot right now to help us get to where we want to go. Like, we've chosen as humanity to ascend, and there is enough of us in the collective, like globally, that have decided that we want to move into 5D. We want to move into the earth being the new earth, a new place that is filled with peace and harmony and unity. And we have to keep that in mind, that when things get bad, it's part of the plan. And we are going to be the voice of calm in chaos. And to do that, we need to really take care of ourselves. Like, extreme self-care for light workers is really important right now. And having a spiritual practice, and I mentioned this the last time, confirmation there, having a practice where you are releasing the energies and any kind of the negativities that we're absorbing, the fear and the anxiety that we pick up as empaths. So if you're a light worker, you're an empath, and when things get really difficult and it reaches like a boiling point, a crescendo in the collective, as empaths, we can really pick that up, and it can really affect our energy. And in order to stay in a higher vibration, we need to have like energetic hygiene practices that keep our energy clear. So we need to reset ourselves every day so that we can show up really strong for others. And I know that this is definitely one of the things that we're being asked to do, because I know that in my own life, and I bet that the people that are going to see this message, you are part of a similar, you're in this collective because you've gone through similar things, meaning in your past, you have gone through experiences that have made you stronger. I know that's kind of general. I mean, who hasn't gone through things that have made them stronger? But I mean, not everybody comes out on the other side of challenges stronger. You know, some people succumb to those challenges and just kind of spiral downward and don't ever really overcome them or become more resilient. And so if you are in this particular collective that I'm speaking to, you are extremely resilient. And it's only been through the things that you've been through, the difficulties that you've overcome and that you've transcended and that have helped you evolve, that have put you in this position. It's like we had to go through these things almost as a spiritual test to see if we were ready to take on this role. And if you're here, you've passed. You've passed all the tests. And that doesn't mean that we aren't going to have more challenges and tests to go through. We're humans, and that's just part of life. But we understand that, and we have like this different perspective now that everything that happens to us is happening for us. And we can just face challenges head on and have a different perspective, and we can share that with other people. And for some people, it's not going to be really sharing our story or how we've become resilient and how, you know, they need to do that now. It's more being a pillar of strength for others who don't understand what's happening. So that's the main message that Spirit wanted to share today. So I think I'm just going to leave that here for now, and I'll see you soon. I'm going to come back this week, and I think I'm going to do a card reading this week, and probably share channeled messages and pull some cards too. So I will see you soon. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you're doing really, really well. I'll see you soon. Bye.